laptop just reset itself.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back up. I don't know who's watching. Alright, sorry guys, it seems to be back up running now. I have no idea what happened and what caused it.
I couldn't hear you. I thought, what's going on?
Yeah, I jumped straight on the computer and sent a message.
Alright.
Yeah, it seems to be working. We've got Holly Wheeler, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Alright, sweet. Master Series, Billy Slater, Melbourne Storm. Lachlan Lewis, parallel for Bulldogs. Sorry about that, guys. Really have no idea what happened. It just reset all of a sudden. James Maloney, Gaines played for the Warriors. Josh Papali, parallel for Raiders. Samaima Torfa, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Anthony Don, parallel for Titans. Women's NRL, Meg Ward for the Broncos. Sharks team redemption card. Gavin Cooper, parallel for Cowboys. Tigers club photo redemption card. We're about halfway through box 2, guys. We haven't had any technical difficulties with the video for a while. It was about time. Cameron Smith, games played for Storm. I'll touch wood. That's the worst we get. And everything goes back to running smooth. Chante Poco, Women's NRL for the Warriors. David Feeder, parallel for Broncos. Jesse Ramian, parallel for Sharks. Women's NRL, Ryan Sims for the Roosters. Jake Trbojevic, parallel for Manly. Jake Friend, tackles for Roosters. We've got 2 emeralds so far. Boyd Cordner, parallel for Roosters. Madison Bartlett, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Joseph Leilua, parallel for Tigers. Akula Uate, try scored for Knights. John Bateman, Dally M, second row of the year for Raiders. Felice Kafusi, parallel for Storm. Last packet for box 2. Got a white Young Guns, Murata Nakor for the Eels. And Nathan Cleary, parallel for Panthers. Alright. Box number 3, guys. Brian Kelly, parallel for Titans. Titans checklist. Titans club photo, sorry. Isaiah Yu, parallel for Panthers. Women's NRL, Georgia Hale for the Warriors. Jessica Sturgis, Women's NRL for Dragons. Michael Morgan, parallel for Cowboys. Tyson Frizzell, parallel for Dragons. Points scored, James Maloney for the Roosters. White Young Guns, Tino Fasamulai for the Storm. Warriors checklist. Master Series, Billy Slater in the Roos. Darius Boyd, parallel for Broncos. Cameron Smith, tackles made for Storm. Daniel Saifiti, parallel for Newcastle. Chelsea Leonarduzzi, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Aiden Tolman, meters gained for the Bulldogs. Thomas Burgess, parallel for Rabbitohs. Bulldogs club photo. Clint Gutherson for the Eels. Matty Studden, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Jeremy Marshall King for the Bulldogs. Andrew McCulloch, tackles made for the Broncos. Cameron Murray, lock of the year for the Rabbits. Canberra Raiders checklist. Josh Adokar, parallel for Storm. Ali Brigginshaw, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Batil Vet Welsh, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Last packet for box 3. Women's NRL for the Roosters, Isabel Kelly. Not yet, Harley. We've changed the way that things were like that are done. Trent Merrin for Dragons. That is the Storm pile there, Harley. But as far as the actual hits go, we saved them till the end. That's what we have here in front of us, and we go through all the hits at the end together. Jared Croker, games played for Raiders. Cameron Smith, parallel for Storm. So we sort all our lower end inserts as we go, and we put them in the tray for everyone to have a look at as we go through the boxes. Racine McGregor for the Broncos. Try and catch all the hits, the big hits before they come out. Cameron Smith, Dally M for the Storm. Cowboys checklist parallel. Thank you, Harley. Yeah, most people have found it to be a better way, I guess, because you don't have to sit around and watch the whole video. You can tune in at the end. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck for the Warriors. We don't have to fast forward looking for the hits, you can just wait till all the boxes are open and then watch all the hits at once. Master Series, Billy Slater for the Maroons. Better for you guys. Brent Naden, parallel for Panthers. Not so much better for me, as in not many people watch the video the whole way through and have a chat while we're going. So, Chris Latamura, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Thomas McHale, Brodie Croft, James Tamo, meters gained for the Cowboys. Knights parallel. Women's NRL, Julia Robinson for the Broncos. Dylan Brown, parallel for Eels. Women's NRL for the Dragons, Shaylee Bent. Dylan Napa, parallel for Bulldogs. Women's NRL for the Dragons, Keezy Apps. Adam Reynolds, parallel for Rabbits. Don't forget, guys, everyone that's in the break is entitled to the album and base set for $30, including postage with your break cards. They are available separately for those that aren't in the breaks. $45 including postage. That will get you the album and the full base set. 144 cards. James Maloney, points scored for the Roosters. Latrell Mitchell, top point scorer. Dally M for the Roosters. Jared Croker, parallel for Raiders. Cameron Smith, tackles made for Storm. Women's NRL, Corbin McGregor for the Roosters. Jai Arrow, parallel for Titans. And we are last packet for box number 4. Eels club photo redemption card. Broncos club photo. Oh, shit. Sorry. Nice. I'll put you there. Lisa Namor. Parallel for Warriors. Jared Croker, try scored for Raiders. Women's NRL, Brittany Brealey for the Dragons. Cameron Murray, parallel for the Rabbits. Jonathan Thurston, assist for the Cowboys. Micah Sivo, top try scorer for Eels. Blake Brayley, parallel for Sharks. Zahara Tamara, women's NRL for the Roosters. Nathan Brown, parallel for Parramatta. Tiana Penatani, women's NRL for the Dragons. Bulldogs checklist. Sea Eagles club photo. So we're about halfway through on box 5. Kalen Ponga, parallel for Knights. We have 11 boxes in total, which includes the priority. Once we've opened them all and got all the hits laid out, we will switch camera views and go through them together. Don't forget the tipping comp. If you're not a member, make sure you join. Cameron Munster, 5'8". Dragons checklist. Master Series, Billy Slater for the Maroons. Angus Crichton, parallel for Roosters. Women's NRL for the Warriors. Crystal Rota. White Young Guns, Anari Tuala for the Knights. Thomas McHale, parallel for the Tigers. Cameron Smith, points scored for Storm. Ryan Pappenhausen, parallel for Storm. Brett Morris, try scored for Dragons. Chelsea Baker, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Kyle Felt, parallel for Cowboys. Last pack, Ruben Garrick, parallel for Manly. Alright guys, that was box number 5. I'll tidy these base cards up and I'll get box number 6 underway. Oh, yeah, that's close. I'll get this one open. Just a reminder to everyone, unfortunately we don't have unlimited stock of this and we are starting to get towards the end of it. So make sure if you're interested in the breaks to look at getting in shortly. Not sure how much longer they'll be around. Panthers redemption card. Millie Boyle, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Kyle Flanagan, parallel for Roosters. Scott Drinkwater, parallel for the Cowboys. Meters gain, Paul Gallen for the Sharks. Sam Verrills, Roosters, White Young Guns. Regan Campbell Gillard for Para. Women's NRL for the Warriors, Appy Nichols. Billy Slater in the Roos jersey. Corey Thompson, parallel for Tigers. Assist, Mitchell Pearce for the Roosters. Parallel for Storm. Women's NRL, Broncos, Arlie Brigginshaw. Tim Glasby, parallel for Knights. Cameron Smith, points game for Storm. Ken Mormalu, parallel for Warriors. Women's NRL, Jessica Surgis for the Dragons. Alex Johnston, parallel for the Rabbits. Payne Haas, Prop of the Year, Dally M, Broncos. Ben Hunt, Parallel Dragons. Matty Studden, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Josh Jackson, Parallel for Bulldogs. Cowboys Redemption card. Jared Croker, try scored for Raiders. Isaiah Soliola, Ken Stephen medal, Dally M for Raiders. Wade Graham, Parallel for Sharks. Kira Dibb, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Dally Cherry Evans, Parallel for Manly. And that's the end of box 6, guys. Box number 7. Women's NRL, Chante Poco for the Warriors. Master Series, Billy Slater for the Storm. Anthony Milford, Parallel for Broncos. Akula Uate, try scored for Knights. White Young Guns, Jaden Sewer for the Rabbits. Patrick Herbert, Parallel for Warriors. Brittany Brealey, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Jake Friend, tackles made for the Roosters. Women's NRL, Meg Ward for the Broncos. John Asiata, Parallel for the Cowboys. Heimel Hunt, Parallel for Newcastle. Women's NRL, Tarrant Aiken for the Broncos. Blake Laurie, parallel for Dragons. Jesse Bromwich, parallel for Storm. Mitchell Moses, parallel for Eels. Holly Wheeler, women's NRL for the Dragons. Aiden Tolman, parallel for the Bulldogs. Jared Croker, games played for Raiders. Latrell Mitchell, Centre of the Year, Dally M for the Roosters. Joseph Tapine for the Raiders. Latrell Mitchell, parallel for the Rabbits. We've got a Bulldogs club photo. Samaima Taufa, women's NRL for the Roosters. Philip Semi, parallel for Titans. Meters gained, James Tarmo for Cowboys. Titans club photo. Brendan Smith, Dally M, Interchange Player of the Year for Storm. Stephen Crichton, Panthers parallel. And that's the end of box 7. Here we are with box number 8. Master Series, Billy Slater in the Storm. Adam Blair, parallel for Warriors. Jared Croker, points gained Raiders. Women's NRL for the Dragons, Batil Vet Welsh. Josh Jackson, Dally M for the Bulldogs. Edric Lee, parallel for Knights. White Young Guns, Jermaine Tanua Brown for the Warriors. Cody Walker, parallel for Rabbits. Aiden Tolman, meters gained for Bulldogs. Shawn Johnson, parallel for Sharks. Karina Brown, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Adam Fanua Blake for Manly. Andrew McCulloch, tackles made for Broncos. Parallel, Paul Vaughan for Dragons. About halfway through, box 8. Raiders redemption card for the club photo. Georgia Hale, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Broncos checklist parallel. Jake Friend, parallel for Roosters. Kathleen Wharton, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Adam Dewey, parallel for Tigers. Dragons club photo. Payne Haas, Dally M. Tyrone Peachy, parallel for Titans. Charles Nicole Klokstad for Raiders. Women's NRL, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. Chelsea Lenarduzzi, Women's NRL for the Broncos. Cooper Cronk, assist for Storm. Apisai Coruscant for Panthers, parallel, and that's the end of box 8. Box number 9. Got 10 boxes for the case and an extra box in priority, guys. Hopefully still plenty of hits to come to finish us off. So box number 9. White Young Gun, Stephen Crichton for Panthers. James Tedesco parallel for Roosters. Madison Bartlett, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Tigers checklist parallel. Julia Robinson, Women's NRL for the Broncos. James Graham, parallel for Dragons. We've got Roosters club photo. I was trying to get a sneak peek to see if I could see what was in there. No such luck without opening it more, so I'll leave it as it is. I'll wait with you guys. Corbin McGregor for the Roosters. Nick Kotrick for the Raiders. Knights club photo. Titans checklist. Aiden Tolman, meters gained for the Bulldogs. Jessica Surgis, female player of the year for Dragons. Dean Ware, parallel for Panthers. Crystal Tamarua, Women's NRL for the Warriors. Oh. Cody Nikarima, parallel for Warriors. Keezy Apps, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Master Series, Billy Slater. Damien Cook, parallel for the Rabbits. Cameron Smith, tackles for Melbourne Storm. Sharks checklist. Ryan Sims for the Roosters. Corey Oates, parallel for Broncos. Andrew McCulloch, tackles made for Broncos. Cameron Murray, lock of the year, Dally M for Rabbits. David Clemmer, parallel for Newcastle. Two packets left for box 9, guys. Tom Trebojevic, parallel for Manly. Last packet, box 9. We have James Maloney, points scored for Roosters. Alright. So that leaves us with 2 boxes now. Our parallel and our last case box. Alright. Let's flick over to YouTube. Hello everyone on YouTube. Nobody talking over there. Got James Tedesco, Dally M medalist of the year. Mitchell Pearce, parallel for Knights. Master Series, Billy Slater in the Storm. Blake Green, parallel for Warriors. Women's NRL, Jessica Sturgis for the Dragons. White Young Guns, Scott Drinkwater for Cowboys. Rabbitohs checklist. Isaac Luke, parallel for Dragons. Knights club photo. Cooper Cronk, assist for Storm. Andrew Fafita, parallel for Sharks. Women's NRL, Kira Dibb for the Roosters. Aisha Lee Smalley for the Women's NRL. Patrick Carrigan, parallel for Broncos. I know. I was on the edge of my seat, but I enjoyed the game regardless. I thought it was a good game to watch. Yeah, just glad they did get up. I was getting worried there. James Fisher-Harris for Panthers. If Warriors would have won, they would have won because they deserved it. There was no doubt. So, Molly Boyle, Women's NRL for the Broncos. So yeah. And now I got KO, I can watch even more games. So I'm happy. George Tafua, Manly parallel. I managed to score that with my electricity subscription. So that was a bonus. Jared Croker, points scored for the Raiders. Victor Bradley, parallel for Roosters. Women's NRL, Appy Nichols for the Warriors. Got a few packs left for box number 10, guys. Benji Marshall, parallel for Tigers. Obviously, we had a bit of a technical difficulty. I think it was box 2 or box 3. Roosters club photo. Where the laptop decided to restart itself. First time it's done that. It was a bit odd. But seen fine since, so don't know. Jack Whiten, parallel for Raiders. Nita Maynard, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Cameron Smith, Dally M, Hooker of the Year. Tyrone Roberts for the Titans. Yes, this is true. Mitchell Pearce, assists for the Roosters. I definitely wasn't complaining that we won, that's for sure. And I was quite happy when we did, when the siren went. Golden point for Dragons and Cowboys. Alright. Final box for this evening, guys. Alrighty. This is the priority box. Georgia Hale, Women's NRL for the Warriors. This is our very last box to open, and then we go through our hits. Jai Arrow, parallel for Titans. Harley, you just watching because you can, mate. By all means, you're more than welcome. I just can't see your name on the list. I'm not sure if I've made a mistake. Titans club photo. Oh, I'm pretty sure you're friends with Luke. Mr. Andy, that's all I'm going to say. There's our first priority hit. Brent Madden, Panthers parallel. I did try and cheat to see if I could get a look to see what was inside that packet without opening it all the way. Unfortunately, all I can tell you is what number it is, which isn't very helpful. Cameron Smith, parallel for Storm. That's fine, buddy. As I said, more than welcome. More the merrier. You've been chatting away, which keeps me company and entertained as well. So, more than welcome to have you. More the merrier. Dylan Brown, parallel for Eels. Women's NRL, Chelsea Lenarduzzi for Broncos. Women's NRL, Maddie Studden for Dragons. Master Series, Billy Slater in the Roos. Brody Croft, parallel for Broncos. We're about halfway through on the priority box, guys. Cowboys checklist. Meters gained, James Tarmo for Cowboys. Cameron Smith, tackles for Storm. Knights checklist. So I've only had the one priority parallel card so far, so there's still two more in there. Isabel Kelly, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Trent Merrin, parallel for Dragons. Games played, Jared Croker for Raiders. Dylan Napa, Bulldogs. There's one of them. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, parallel for Warriors. Karina Brown, Women's NRL for the Roosters. Points scored, James Maloney for the Roosters. 4 packs, including this one left to go, guys. Adam Reynolds, parallel for Rabbits. Don't forget, Luke Houghton and Shawn Elliott will be randomised at the end to determine the winner of the case card. We've got a Bulldogs club photo. And 2 packets left, and we're still looking for a parallel. Batil Yvette Welsh, Women's NRL for the Dragons. Lucky last. There it is. Jared Croker for Raiders. Alright. So just give me a moment, guys. In a box. Put this side. Alright. Let me switch over. So there we are with our hit cam. And let's get started. Let's start with our Daily M parallels. First up, Ken Momalu, winger of the year for the Warriors. We have number 30 out of 67. Next up, James Tedesco, Dally M medalist of the year. Congratulations to Mike Kenny and Scott Johnson, number 9. Nice low number for the Dally M's. Alright. Let's do our rubies. First up, Bulldogs checklist, number 39. Next up for the rubies, Carroll and Ponga for Knights, number 18. Dale Finnecane for the Storm, number 37. Jermaine Isako, number 14. Josh Maguire for the Cowboys, number 32. Next up, we have Cody Nikorima for the Warriors, number 10. Next up, Brian Kelly for the Titans, number 21. Jack Whiten for the Raiders, number 33. Few more rubies left, guys. Next up, we have Jeremy Marshall King for the Bulldogs, number 7. Not sure, saying he's halfback, so it could be a jersey number, guys. Jeremy Marshall King for Bulldogs, saying he's halfback and hooker.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's been playing with injuries. He might have been playing halfback.
Next up, Roosters checklist. Number 28. Last but not least, for our rubies, we have a James Roberts for the Rabbitohs, number 14. I don't know why my focus seems to be off today. I don't know what's going on there. We had it sorted. Alright, let's move down the list to our Sapphires. Panthers checklist. Number 9. Next off the list, Panthers checklist. Roosters checklist, sorry, number 18. Cody Nicarima for the Warriors, number 4. Jermaine Isako for the Broncos, number 6. Couple more Sapphires. Jack Whiten for the Raiders, number 10. Last but not least, Brian Kelly for the Titans, number 8. Alright, let's go with our Emeralds. Just seeing it's a Dragons, Isaac Luke, number 3. Alright, we've got 2 more Emeralds. Regan Campbell Gillard for the Eels, number 1. Well, congratulations to Shawn Carroll on that one. Nice number 1. Last but not least for our Emeralds, we have Corey Thompson for the Tigers, number 3. Yes. Alright, what do we got next? We'll do our Black Young Guns. Liam Martin for Panthers, number 67. Next up, Titans, Jermaine Joloffe, number 85. And last but not least for our Black Young Guns, Chanel Harris Tavita for the Warriors, number 6. Alright, so to finish our Young Guns off, we will do our white priority. Chanel Harris Tavita for the Warriors, number 17. Congratulations to Mike Kenny on that one. Alright, so what do we got next, guys? League Sensations, white, Ryan Madison, number 61. Jack Whiten for Raiders. Number 56. Alright, these should be our blacks. Wade Graham for the Sharks. Number 19. Couple of number 19s there. Alright. Team League Sensations, Wade Graham for the Sharks. Well, that's nice work, Mr. Les Weribone. Number 17 for that one. Alright. So we have a Spotlight Redemption. Chanel Harris Tavita. Number 60. Yeah, and they were out of the case. They weren't one out of the priority box, and yeah. Alright, so besides our lucky last packet, which we will open in a second, this is our last card for Apposite Coruscant Road to Finals signature jersey patch, guys, on this one. Number 27 out of 40. So congrats to, where are we? Dylan Cameron on that one. Alright. And let me get this in the sleeve. There we go. So last but not least, alright, remember guys, I haven't seen the team today. Normally I get a sneak peek, but I couldn't open the pack without ripping it, so I just left it. And here we are for this evening. Titans, congratulations to Ben Trim. See mate, you didn't want them, you wanted to get rid of these. No good. Yeah, Ben Trim.
Titans always hit.
Titans and Warriors always hit. It's the most common said phrase I think I've heard in all these NRL breaks. So congratulations to Ben Trim. I'll put them in sleeves after I do this randomizer. That way I can let you guys go. Randomizer is for Cameron Munster and Cody Walker. Case card number 60. And that is for Luke Houghton and Shawn Elliott. So I will switch you over to the other camera so you can see how it finished. It actually looks like everyone's got something today. Maybe not massive, but something. So congratulations to everyone today. It's better than what we've had on some of them. So. Alright, so I have Storm and Rabbits loaded in 5 times each. The person at the top after round 3 will be the winner of today's case card. Number 1, number 2, and lucky last, number 3. Good luck, guys. Congratulations to Mr. Luke Houghton with the case card. So yeah, not a bad run today, guys. Congratulations to everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone has definitely got a hit today. So yeah. Alright, on that note, guys, make sure you check out the website, constantly updating, and we'll see you again soon.